it is 6:19. We've got a couple of moments here. Let's talk with Shannon Walker, who is a PTSD expert, and talking a bit about veterans and coming home. We love our veterans on the show. Shannon, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Hey, doing very well. All right, so a recent study talks about assimilating back into, I guess, civilian life, or just simply coming home for veterans?
Well, I think it's both. Not just coming home to civilian life, but, when they come home, they're instantly, dealing with the fact that they don't have their battle buddy, that they are by themselves so often. Whether they have a family or not, they still don't have the men and women that they served with, shoulder to shoulder, day in and day out. And, it makes a huge difference for them in feeling isolated and feeling like they have a lack of purpose. And, that first year of them coming home, it's almost like a culture shock for them that they have to try to find a way to move forward without necessarily a mission, without necessarily having their battle buddies right next to them that they're responsible for day in and day out, and having somebody responsible for them day in and day out. And the feelings of loneliness can just be overwhelming.
I think instantly of that scene in The Hurt Locker. I don't know if you ever saw that movie where Jeremy Renner comes back and he, on task, everything he does, and he has to go to the grocery store. And those kinds of things can be overwhelming when you're trying to figure out what you need to do. You've got family and friends that are trying to support you when you have a veteran that comes home. But what can family and friends do to not overwhelm that person as they try to get back to things as usual here?
Well, honestly, I don't know if family and friends can do anything that would necessarily overwhelm them. I mean, the family and friends that, we provide here at Northwest Battle Buddies, we provide service dogs to combat veterans. And it's my experience that it's the family and friends that actually end up getting often the veterans to help to find resources available to them to make a difference in their life. And so, family and friends, making sure that they understand the symptoms of when maybe their loved one might be in danger, might not be mentally as healthy as they think that they are. They can look for the symptoms of suicide by, isolation or maybe self-medication or depression, acting more depressed, or even talking about suicide or a feeling of worthlessness.
And we know, Shannon, when somebody doesn't have a purpose for being or doing whatever, that's when suicide risks do increase. And thank you for bringing this to light. Shannon Walker with Northwest Battle Buddies. We need to Google that for sure, Karen, and follow up on that. Thank you so much. Memphis Morning News time is 6:22.